Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. The Olympics has ended, and I will tell you, first Olympics that I've watched where I cheered against Americans. Did any of you feel the same way? Hey, glad you guys are here. KJRadio.com is where you can find out more about the program, or you can call us at 844-551-8255. And as I was about to say to the leftists, or you can go to, no, I'm kidding. We love hearing from all of you. I like the naysayers. I like the ones that come correct. Like some guy writes me a note, you ain't nothing but a blah, 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 something negative. And I said something back negative to him. I tell people that follow me on my Twitter feed, I had a pastor. He's going to run for office. He saw me, he and his wife and another lady were together at a CPAC. He saw me. He says, yeah, Kevin. One of the ladies goes, Kevin, I follow you. I love your work. I follow you on Twitter. And I went, oh, Lord, like that. And she goes, no, it's okay. She goes, I get it. She goes, I understand what you're doing. She says, Jesus was no chump. I don't know if Jesus came over the top like I do when people write to me, but I know Jesus was no chump. And, and I said, I'm just warning you, look, there's a side of me that I've got a temper for radio. And most of you that are listening to this program, you would never see the ugly side of Kevin Jackson, but he has an ugly side. Please be patient with me. God is not through with me yet. Tell people all the time, you come at me ugly, man, I'm going to respond ugly. But the way I respond isn't an attack on you personally. It's an attack on you for attacking me. Jesus said, turn the other cheek. Yeah, turn the other cheek so you could do it with a spinning back kick. Swap! There's nothing that implies that you're just supposed to lay down. No, that's all I'm saying, man. You can't be coming after us repetitively and continuously and thinking that the whole time, I'm talking to leftists now, thinking that we're just going to completely lay down. We're going to, you know what? Say what you want about Christianity, say what you want about, all the issues, like the way we want you to raise kids, the way we want you to perceive people in the community. We are the most, how can you say, look, when you think of conservatism, you can only think of Christian, Judeo-Christian values and conservatism in the sense that nobody wants to hurt anybody else. We only want what's best for everybody. And you go, how can it be best for everybody? There are things that can be best for everybody. A safe community is best for everybody. Not, how do you measure that? How do you achieve that? It may require that you have to lock some people up. Well, Kevin, that right there is not best for everybody. Well, you know what? If that person that doesn't commit the crimes doesn't do it, it's a safe community. It's best for everybody. See, that's how liberals get you. How could it possibly be good if you're locking people away? Well, how could it possibly be good if people are doing the things that are getting them locked away? And I'm not talking about using the wrong pronoun in addressing somebody. Excuse me, sir. Oh, sir, I'm a madam. Well, I'm just looking at the Adam's apple in the beard. That's why I called you, sir. Arrest that man. Now that's silly, but if somebody's beating up somebody for the wrong reason or stealing their car or murders or, commit some sort of heinous crime and Kevin, that's just bad. We can't do that. That's going to hurt that person. Well, that person should have thought about that. We live in a civilized society. Robin Cook wrote a book, I think it was called Oblivion. And there was a society where there was no crime. It's a really interesting book. I think it's called Oblivion. It's by Robin Cook. And these people find this new world. And people live forever. The only thing that will stop you from living forever is murder. If somebody kills you. But they have a society that's been peaceful and nobody dies. Which is a whole nother interesting concept, because I think that in a society where you do have bad things that happen, you have to die. Think about it. If you live forever knowing what you know, how would you react if the only thing that could get you out of this society is death? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you would live forever. You can't die naturally. Somebody has to kill you. Cancer can't kill you. No disease, no pestilence, none of that like that. You have to be killed. What would society be? It's an interesting concept, isn't it? You guys are my producers are intrigued. Read that book. I'm serious. One of the best books I've ever read. Made me a Robin Cook fan. I think it's called Oblivion, but it may not be. It's a one-word title that begins with an O, I believe. Check it out. But that stuff makes you think. It makes you think about your mortality and all this. I'm going to tell you right now, in a world that we live in right now, you would be crazy to want to live forever, to watch people die in front of you for the most crazy reasons, and people blaming God. It's God's fault. Look at what God did. God puts us through situations to test us in ways that are so far beyond our comprehension you don't even understand it. Me losing my mother, her birthday was yesterday. Talked about it. Me losing my mother at the age of 4, almost 5 years old, is a testament to what was God's plan for me. Many of you have traumas that you've gone through and you're going, what in the world is going on here? Why am I getting tested like this? And if you didn't have that, excuse me, if you didn't have that, you couldn't appreciate these other things. You wouldn't recognize the things that God wants you to see. Am I right? When things are going really well, you miss the things, some of the lessons of life they just zip right by you. Or you zip right by them. You're in euphoria. A girl on her wedding day. She didn't know. There's hardly anything you can tell her that's going to ruin her. I ain't letting anything ruin my day. You get what I'm saying? There are things where you just put the blinders on. You got to have that. And leftists get rid of that. They don't want anybody to go through that stuff, never feeling that test. That's the deal. So when they're tested, they crumble. They literally crumble, just little cupcakes, man, a pound cake, really dry one. You touch it and it crumbles. That's the way it is. So be glad for those tests. I want to talk about, I started talking about the Olympics. And first time I cheered against America. I bet many of you did the same thing. Lindsey Vonn. I did not want Lindsey Vonn to win anything. That skater. I don't even know his name. Not worth mentioning. I didn't want him to win. I'm not going to the White House. I don't want you to win. You feel bad about that? I don't.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful 4-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.